I pick a mill-based scope or do I pick an MOA scope? Hit. Watch this sniper sight video and decide for yourself. Low light sniper's hide here. I want to bring the discussion about which scope to pick, whether to get an MOA scope or a mill scope. Every day somebody asks, which scope do I get, mills or MOA? And we have written all kinds of articles. Make sure you go to snipershide.com and check out our articles about the differences between mills and MOA. Now, all that stuff you read on the internet is purely academic. Guys are saying, well, I'm a little finer adjustment with MOA. Not so much. Number one, you can't hold the difference. I don't care who you are. Number two, if you could hold the difference, you'd be moving to an 1/8 minute scope. And they make a mill-based scope in 1/8 minutes. It just isn't a mill scope that's 0.05 instead of 0.1. You can get one that's half of 0.36, so that means 0.18, and it's the same as your 1/8 minute scope. So you can get that. So let's throw that one's more accurate than the other out the window. Let's take it to practical application. Here we shot a mill-based scope 260 Tikka, using factory 260 prime and a 260 Spartan with a Schmidt & Bender MOA. I shot both rifles at 1,125 yards. I fine-tuned and made sure that they were both hitting the target. I got some pretty good wind out here. I'm using anywhere from 2 to 3 mils of wind with the Tikka here, and I'm using 6 to 8 MOA of wind with the 260 Spartan. So I'm playing with the wind a little bit. However, our results downrange are identical. At 1,125 yards, both rifles hit a 6-inch flopper. One flopped it out. I took it with the other and flopped it back. Both have a group with no vertical spread where one round's mixing into another. Vertical spread wise, you can't tell which one came from the MOA scope and which one came from the mill-based scope. Where you're going to see the benefit is communication. If you're going to go to a competition and you want to communicate with your fellow shooters, you're probably going to want mills. If you go to an F-class match, well, then you definitely want MOA, and you probably want the quarter or the 1/8 minute version. But they're the same. It's base 10 versus fractions. That's what we're looking at. This, and right off, guys, if you're going to tell me you think in inches because you're American, please go away. 10 pennies, or what's that, a dime? Well, 1 through 10 with a mill scope, 1 mil. You can dial 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. 0.3 is 1.08, 1.047, 1.08. Where's the difference here? So practical application out here in the field when I'm shooting a target, I challenge you to show me the difference. That one hit a little low. We're at 1,125 yards. We have an X-metal target. This is a portable target we move around. We shot the Spartan 260 and the Tikka TAC A1 260, both using prime ammo. Your Spartan 30.5 MOA. Your Tikka is 9.5 mils. So practically speaking, the group didn't change. The Spartan's a little bit better than the Tikka here, accuracy-wise. And we'll make an adjustment to bring us to the center. We can also make an adjustment here to bring us down. So down 1/10, up 1/4. We're talking quarters or tenths. That's it. Accuracy-wise isn't going to be any different. All it's going to do is we're going to drop us down 1 and we're going to drop us up 1. So let's go take a look and see what that looks like. Another impact. You can hit the same thing. don't get me wrong in there. This Night Force, this is the 735 Attacker. I dialed it up 9.5 mils. I'm on the target. I'm hitting center, no problem. MOA, I'm using 31 3/4 MOA. So that's your big difference, is how you're dialing it on the turret. I got to dial the 31 3/4 or 9.5. A lot of it comes down to rotations in your turret. How much adjustment per rotation? So if you have 10 mils in a single rotation, well then I can reach 1,125 yards without going to the second rotation. With the MOA scope, the way this one is, I have 35 MOA per rotation. So I'm still on that same rotation in the same spot. It's just a different way of doing the same thing. I like to tell people in class, all I'm doing is saying hello in English or in German. We both know it's hello, but that's all. And you could pick any language, it really doesn't matter. But don't get wrapped around the axle with mil versus MOA. Find a scope that you like, find a reticle that you like, and a reticle you can understand. That's the big key, is the reticle. Find one you can understand and that you gravitate to, and then base your pick off of that. Like I said, if you're going to go shoot a certain type of discipline, well then you want to pick the scope that's being used the most so you can communicate with other people. But if all you do is shoot by yourself, it doesn't matter what you use. You can mix and match and do whatever you want. I can adjust this in units of franc, and it wouldn't matter because I'm out here by myself. But if I want to communicate this information to other people, well then we pick mils or MOA. But that decision is not going to tell me I can or cannot hit a target. So don't worry about it. Don't get wrapped around the axle. Go to Sniper's High, check out the articles, and really, guys, don't overthink it. It's not that big a deal.